We're nearing the end of Caldera and Vanguard Reigns of Warzone with Season 5, which is reported to be the final season of Vanguard's content for Warzone. So this is likely to be the last Battle Pass we will have for quite a while, until Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. It's got loads of great looking stuff on it, but of course we usually want to get things like the weapons, the tier 100 skin, let's be honest, and the COD points that go along with that. So in this video, I'm going to show you the very best methods out there right now to rank up the Battle Pass in Warzone as fast as possible. I do this at the start of every season and update it with the best methods that we pick up in the previous season. So as usual with my videos, I like to explain a little bit of how things work rather than just tell you anything and hope that you believe it. Tiering up the Battle Pass is purely based on two things: the amount of XP you earn and the amount of time you spend actually in the game. Out of these two elements, the time spent playing is mostly responsible for progression rather than the XP earned. This is kind of annoying, but there we have it. In terms of how long it'll take you to finish a whole Battle Pass without any double tier XP events or tier skips, we're looking at about 35 to 50 minutes per Battle Pass tier, and whether you're closer to the 30 minutes or the 50 minutes is dependent on the amount of XP you get. So let's take a look at how we can get closer to that 35 minutes per Battle Pass tier and maximize the XP that we earn, since it's only the XP we earn which we have the most control over. XP can be gained in Warzone through all sorts of ways, as you know by now, including getting kills, ranking high in games, completing contracts and challenges, and earning big match XP bonuses. And this XP not only gets you moving through the Battle Pass, it of course ranks you up, and for every 50 ranks you get a Battle Pass tier skip. I like to split up the specific methods into active and passive techniques to suit your mood and playstyle. So we've got one set of methods that are made for you playing properly and really trying hard, and the other set of approaches are made for basically just chilling out. Let's start with the more relaxed method, which is all about hitting up plunder and limited time game modes such as Clash or big live events. Whether that's on Caldera or Rebirth Island or Fortune's Keep, these modes are great because they usually last quite a while, minimizing the time spent on loading screens, which sometimes can be extensive, giving us that in-game time we need to get through the Battle Pass. Then on top of that, they offer really easy routes to XP. It's important to note that Warzone rewards you XP-wise for trying to do the objective over everything else. For example, in Plunder, it's all about collecting cash. The limited time game modes differ, of course, depending on what is active at that time. So if you go out there and collect that cash, attempt that objective, and finish the game ranked pretty highly or even win the game, you'll get incredible amounts of match XP bonuses. And that's exactly what we want to do. On Plunder, that would involve collecting a lot of cash and depositing it when you get the chance. You even get XP for opening each and every loot crate. Although this is Plunder, the same applies for all game modes. Just keep thinking, whatever game mode you're in, objective, objective, and objective. Warzone wants you to interact with their modes, especially limited time ones. If you are focusing just on Plunder though, the best places to land to maximize your XP are usually named places far away from the flight path, just because you'll have less competition for loot. On Caldera, my favourite is still Capital, just because of the amount of buildings you get in a small area, but of course it's up to you. On Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep, I know it's a little harder because they are smaller maps, but again, anywhere away from the main flight path is usually good. Of course, on top of the pure looting in Plunder, you'll get even more XP by killing players. But I recommend to only do this in addition to grabbing a lot of cash. Now mixed into this Plunder approach, we have contracts too, which are always a great way to go about earning good XP, cash, and bonuses. Supply runs and recon contracts are great because you can do a lot in a short amount of time, but they do offer the least XP. For cash and XP combined, scavengers or mystery contracts are probably the best. Once you've done all of this in a game of Plunder or a limited time game mode, a great way to get loads of XP just before the game ends is to spend all of the money you've got in the game at the shop. Each purchase grants you lots of XP, so just spam buy anything at the shop over and over to get crazy levels of XP by the time the game finishes. To do all of this even quicker and more efficiently, a squad is best, since you can all support each other completing the contracts. This is the case with whatever mode you're on as well. A squad is just going to help you meet the objective and can often just make it more fun. If you're looking for players to do this with, my Discord is a great place to team up with other players, and the link for that is down in the description. Just make sure you use the text channel Find Teammates for Warzone. So we've got the more relaxed Battle Pass tactic ready, but now let's move on to something a little more higher energy and higher rewarding. For this, we need to head over to Resurgence, whether that's on Rebirth Island or Fortune's Keep. As mentioned before, Warzone rewards actions you take towards a mode's main objectives. In Plunder, that was about cash. In Rebirth, it's about surviving to the end and spawning your squad back on you. So that should absolutely be our focus. Now, I know it's not incredible advice to tell you to survive in a battle royale, but I want to emphasize that valuing survival higher than just pure kills alone honestly gets you flying through the Battle Pass tiers. So I suggest dropping into fairly busy areas and owning certain areas of the map. Then once you're there, maybe don't be too aggressive, but set up and basically run certain buildings and lines of sight. Now, I don't mean to just camp and hide away completely. You still want to try and kill players and be in the game. And to be honest, with people flying back in so frequently and the gameplay being a lot more hectic than other Warzone modes, there'll be plenty of enemies to kill and XP to be gained through this way. To maximize the amount of XP you are getting, you can complete contracts too, since not only do they give out direct XP, they also give out compounding bonuses for each one you complete. So the more you do, the better it gets. Almost all contracts are great to grab in Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep because they get completed one way or another very fast. Supply runs, for example, usually spawn at a shop about 10 to 15 meters away. Bounties get completed because people are dying so often, and scavengers have boxes all near each other. So the choice of contract is really up to you. Again, having a squad will make all of this easier though. So if you can, squad up. The perfect approach to get the most XP and tier up the fastest way possible, if you can do it, is to combine all of this. So survive the whole time, get a load of kills, and complete a load of contracts. I know this isn't for everyone, and it depends who you are playing with and how you're feeling. For most of us, there is going to be a fine balance between surviving, going for kills, and completing challenges. And you've just got to find that yourself to optimize the amount of XP you can get per game. Now, if you're wondering what's the categorical best approach to tiering up the battle passes as fast as possible between the active methods and the passive methods, the answer lies on your performance. If you have fantastic games on Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep, that is going to rank you up way quicker. But on average, chilling out in Plunder and doing contracts gives you a very good average amount of XP. You rarely have a dip in a bad game. Oh, and also, if you are wondering about the main Battle Royale mode, this can get you loads of XP as well, but it depends again on a good performance. It's just a lot less consistent because we have less frequent kills and contract completions. By the way, remember to always be on the lookout for double tier XP events. There's usually 1 or 2 every season, and it really is a simple way to boost yourself up. So not a lot has changed in terms of specific techniques for ranking up the Battle Pass compared to last season or even the season before that. But I do expect big changes to occur when Modern Warfare 2 comes out, and of course Warzone 2. But for now, I hope this video helps you get through those tiers quicker. Now, if you want to rank up weapons as fast as possible too, make sure you head over to this video.